So this is part two. This is where we left off on explaining the translation memory and how to create your glossary. So again, if there are spaces, remember that you would go here so that the edit, and then that way you can edit your source document. So here in the next slide, you want to make sure that you fix your source document, right? So your translation document will change to reflect your language code of your translation once you open your translated file. So translation exported, open translated file, you would put yes. And once you open you can scan your document to make sure that those spaces look right and the format looks like it should. It should once you clean up those spaces. So now in the next slide, I'm gonna try to hurry up in the next slide. And again, this is gonna get easier when you do it on your own. So just play with it again, okay? Remember I had told you here, edit source text, and this is how you would fix it. There are too many spaces. For example, in your document, you wanna get rid of those blue spaces, right? Right here. But you could simply press the backspace button on your source by each blue space you see. But only that would only work if you see those spaces in your target text column. So you just need to make sure that you spend a good time also reviewing. So your workaround, you should of course not be touching the source text at all, except when you run into small formatting errors like this. But that's why we wanted to show you some troubleshooting so that you could see what comes up. And sometimes because documents get formatted, there might be extra spaces. So when the source text contains errors, you want to correct them to ensure that your memories are stored correctly. So if you're trying to edit the source text, click on the segment you're trying to edit first, then go to the edit tab right here. Okay, the edit tab. And then in the edit tab, you're going to scroll down to edit source text right here. That will highlight that corresponding segment and enable you to edit one segment at a time. You will go through each segment until you have no segment with space errors left to delete. Okay. So here, that is, remember this icon is to edit. This opens right here. Okay, so here I'm just giving you some time to look at this. Here, let's say you're all satisfied with your entries. You're finally ready to approve your entire translation. Your translation, of course, it could look different because of the way I'm maneuvered the text, or Professor Strong has maneuvered the text here. This might look different to what you already have, but here, I remember this is just a demo. Yours might be Vietnamese. So then you want to go here to the page where the lines icon label confirm and go to next. You see confirm and go to next and confirm. Okay. So then we're gonna go to the next slide, and this is what's going to pop up. So you will see that once you do that, a check mark appears right here, which means the segment was added to your TM. Okay. Confirm and unconfirm. This is the first line that needs translation memory. Okay. That's the first segment that was added to your translation memory. Okay. So here are the terms. So you now have stored your very first segment to your TM, right? This is the very first line. So the next segment, you will see that my TM side panel shows a fuzzy match of 83%. So this you can see here. Let me go back to 83%, similar to a segment that you already translated, right? With a few new words. It even highlights what differences are on my TM to the new translation, right? So this is the first line. Okay, so oh, you know what? This was already translated before. Okay, so this is just so that you can see how it adapts to the translation according to the new source text documents. Okay, so this will give you a real life scenario of what is happening here with as you're creating your TM. So in this one, you can see that here again, 83% and here 72%. So it's just telling you, hey, this was already translated before. So this is just showing you the percentages. So now we're going to look into do exporting your new your new assignment. So you're going to go to the sample 2. So in module 6, you have another assignment. You're going to upload it to Swordfish, your sample 2 to your computer. You're going to upload this file to, so you download it from Canvas, you put it, and then you upload this file to Swordfish. You will find that this translation in the week's homework page on Canvas again, and then you're going to go to projects, right? Where you're going to upload it, go to projects and click on the translate single file icon. Okay, so this is your translate single file projects, single translate file. You're going to upload it. You're going to look for it, file type, and then you see here the name of the Swordfish sample, sample 2. So you have it, and it's going to you will be selecting both the TB. So now in this versus the first lot in homework 3, you didn't do memory sample or sample glossary. In here you are. So you're going to select, this is a big difference for module 6, so pay attention. You're going to select this and then you're going to click here on the boxes because this is your project for module 6. You're going to select again both the TM and the TV you just graded from your previous translation, which was homework 3. You're going to go and fix it. You're going to play a little bit with it in order to do this one in module 6. And you're going to use the drop menu and check up each respective box, including apply translation memory. Okay, apply translation memory, and here search terms. Then you're going to click on the translate file button. Okay, you already uploaded your new document. You're going to do translate files. We're almost done. So remember, I broke it into 2 parts because this is a longer explanation. So now you will go through this translation that you did as you did with your first translation. There might be some issues with space errors. But again, this is for you to play with fixing issues and try to have different experiences here. So here you're going to notice that because it had a semicolon, the segments are different because the title included a colon. Remember the Swordfish will cut the segments depending on punctuation. So you have to merge segment 1 and 2 together. Okay, merge with next segment. So you're going to click here. So that way, that when they merge, they're displayed with the same red border color and the number color as shown here. So I'm going to go to the next slide so you can see. So it's just what we just want you is to give you difficult text so that you know how to fix it, because we're not in a real life scenario, right? So we want to make sure that you play with that. That way it could be stored appropriately in your TM. Okay, so so give me 1 second. So you're already here. And then those are the troubleshootings. Okay, so here again, we give you another troubleshooting so that you can play here in segment 6. There's an error in the source text. So you already merged them, right? And now you have them correctly. You don't have them broken up. So now you fix them because you merge with the next segment or the next sentence. Remember, segment is another word for sentence. So here is a mistake. So a comma was placed instead of a period. So in order to fix this, you would go to the edit button right here. Okay, you would go to edit button and then select edit source text. And then you place your cursor where you want to split the segment and press the enter key to move that segment to the next line. You might encounter an issue where you cannot move the line and you might have to close Swordfish and then relaunch the program, because you might inadvertently create a new blue space, which you can again delete by editing the source text and hit the backspace button. So Professor Nayeli created this on purpose so that you could have a troubleshoot, because things happen. So if it does, then you just need to restart it again. So we wanted to give you real things, real scenarios that can happen. Okay. So another issue that you need to address are the little green number boxes. You see the little green number boxes right here that are found in segment 2 and 8. These green squares, this is when you already upload your new translation. They represent hyperlinks from the source text. You can confirm that they're hyperlinks when you open your source text document. You will need to add these hyperlinks to your target text by creating tags. You can insert the corresponding tag number by going to the toolbar, okay, and clicking edit, right? Your edit, insert tag, okay, and then edit, then scroll down to the insert tag section. There are various options for you to choose from. What is important is that you respect the placement of each tag number in your translation with the source text as you see here. Okay, so here, so those were links. Okay, so here at tag 1, okay, so here tag 1 and the second tag at the end of this unit of information 1, 2. So you'll understand once these things come up and you play with it and you see how they're going to be fixed as it's happening. Okay. Okay, so we already went over that extra comma right there. So here, notice how in the tag 1 and tag 2 are inserted around the translation right here, 1 and 2. So you want to place the text accordingly when you complete your translation. It's very important that you do not forget to do that, and those are just links. And we're almost done. I promise, we're almost done. So once you're done translating all the text, once you're done translating, delete it, and you deleted all the spacers, you added tags and trims to your TV, to your terms, you will want to review your translation in HTML preview. You also want to run a couple of quality assurance checks, meaning you're going to proof, and then you're going to first verify that inline tags are correct, okay? And then this is going to come up. The tag analysis report can indicate if they're missing tags, extra tags, or tags are out of order in the target segment. So here there are no tag errors, so fine. So you're fine. It recognizes that those are links, so that you're gonna hit OK there. And then next, you will check initial and trailing spaces. You will run a space analysis report, which will indicate if there is spaces related inconsistencies, such as, and right here, you would do that right here, such as initial spacers or trailing spacers. So if none, it will tell you there's none, okay? And again, if you do not have any space errors, you're gonna get this message. And then the last slide, this toolbar menus, remember, there are multiple really ways to do a particular task. So whatever you feel more comfortable, you're going to become more experienced using a CAT tool, especially if you take advantage of this 30-day license. So just make sure that you work with it, you play with it, and you use the different icons, work with projects, memories, glossaries, downloaded Swordfish. So for module 6, you're going to work with translation memory and creating a glossary. So thank you so much for you're doing amazing in the class. Continue to do this. This is really the hardest part of the class. After you finish module 6, the next 2 modules are very, very easy. So you're going to have some questions about what translation and memory is, what the term-based are. So just make sure that you know the differences. Okay, thank you.